Hi, it's Crystal from Simply Tidy. Today we're going to talk about dejunking. How do we throw things away? Excess clutter creates anxiety and stress. Because of this, it's important to reassess often which items you can get rid of. Items that don't serve a purpose are a drain. They take up space, and because of that, they make it harder to find the items that you'll actually use and need. One of the hardest things for some people to decide when they're organizing is whether to get rid of something and what they should get rid of.
There are just a few questions that you can ask yourself if you're not really sure of what you should get rid of. Number one, if there was a flood, would you try and save the item? Or after a fire, would you replace it? Is the item broken or stained? Is it beautiful or useful? And do you have and need more than one of these things? The answers to these questions should give you an indication of whether you're ready to part with the item or not.
If you're having trouble deciding whether you're ready to get rid of something, try this trick. Put your stuff in a bag and leave it there for a few months. If a few months pass and you never go looking for the item, it's probably okay to get rid of it. Or if a few months pass and you don't even know what's in here, go ahead and get rid of it. Sometimes we might have bulky items, like things from a school project or other things that we have kept because they evoke good memories in us. When we have these kinds of things, sometimes it's best to just take a picture of the item and then either donate, gift, or throw away the item. And then you still have the picture to remind you of the fun time or the project, but you don't have to keep the clutter. Items that have been gifted to you that you don't use should be sold, donated, or re-gifted. I'm sure the person that gave you the gift, first of all, won't notice the item's absence, and second of all, wouldn't want to create undue stress on you by having to keep that item around. There are several ways to get rid of things. The number one way of getting rid of things is by throwing them away. You should throw away anything that is broken, ripped, or stained. Try and recycle as much as possible. You can find places locally that will collect your old electronics that are obsolete. You can also find places locally to dump your hazardous materials like batteries, paints, etc. Useful but old items like clothing or books can be donated to thrift stores in your area. There are many cities that have organizations that are looking for professional type clothing that are just a little bit old that they can use to help jobless people look professional for job interviews. You can look into many other different creative ways of donating some of your used items. If you have gently used stuffed animals, a lot of times your local fire station or police station will accept them, and then they give them to kids that have just lived through tragedies to offer them comfort in their hard time. There's always a need for blankets for the needy or that you can send abroad. Donating your items can make it easier to part with these items. It helps you to know that your items have been given another new life to someone who needs it. Useful, functioning, and high-demand items can be sold for a profit. You can use many online auction sites or for sale sites to list your items. There are lots of free classified websites online. You can also sell your items at consignment shops or pawn shops, and there are also many garage sale type websites online. You can do the Facebook garage sale sites, or you can just advertise for a garage sale in your own newspaper. It's easier to get rid of things when you know you're going to get paid for them. Most people would rather have money than clutter. I love getting rid of stuff. Ask anyone I know. I feel freer, lighter, and a little bit more in control. If having so much stuff is impacting your emotional well-being and taking up your free time, you need to reassess whether it's worth it to have so much. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you've learned something. If you could please like, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it, and have a good day.